Alright. I think we can, yeah, probably good. Let me switch to this and this. Here we go. Maybe. Wait a second. There we go. Dwarf Fortress. Alright. If you want to understand Dwarf Fortress, you gotta understand that not all gaming is meant to be fun. Sounds horrible. It really isn't, though. Dwarf Fortress is wonderfully complicated. It's really hard to play. And it'll probably drive you nuts. And it's been updated a couple times since the last time I played it, so there's probably a bunch of things that I don't know anything about. And simply put, we'll figure it out together, I guess. Dwarf Fortress is a macro-micro game. The macro idea is you're building, in this particular mode, there's a couple different modes you can play. The music is super loud, but I don't know how to turn it down. I can do this. Yeah, that might help. Yeah, that might be better right there. Okay, anyways, is it still building? Yeah, it's still building. Okay, good. So you get a bunch of dwarves, you end up in the wilderness, and you build a base, and you deal with attackers, and the best way to understand it, go Google Dwarf Fortress Fun, okay? And you get this really funny comic strip that I saw years ago where you get casual gamers, right? And casual gamers they go out to the restaurant and they order a meal and they get the meal and it's pleasant. And then you get hardcore gamers where, you know, the comic shows you having to get into a fist fight with the waiter to get your plate. And then you have Dwarf Fortress. And you go in, you order, and you get your meal, you know, and then all of a sudden the waiter turns into a giant dragon and kills you. Or you go in, you get your meal, and a meteorite hits the restaurant and kills you. Or, you know, you go in, you get your meal, and a volcano blows you up. And the real fun of Dwarf Fortress is surviving calamity and dealing with the consequences of it. So all we're going to try to do here today is build this world and maybe start a simple base. I'm gonna hit enter on the game because it's already made 200,000 events, historic events that it can use. We're gonna hit U to use the world. Some of these buttons do not make sense. Do not play Dwarf Fortress if you can't take a second to read the instructions, I guess. There's no mouse. It's all very ASCII. Apologize for the yawning. It's been a long day at work. All very ASCII. Very, very basic graphics. Hear that audio just going nuts. The music in this game is a little aggressive. We'll just turn it way down. Don't expect anything to make sense, but I will try to show you a couple of things that I've learned over a number of gameplays that may help out. Great. Facebook wants to pop a notices up over everything. You can't use Streamlabs to capture Dwarf Fortress. It plays in a Java applet window that is unfriendly to... for some reason it doesn't actually have its own visual game window. So we're going to start playing on this new world we just created, Rossmun. I guess it's gonna pick a random calendar date. So there's time of year, right? Spring, summer, fall, and winter. I think it's gonna leave on the 15th. Did? Okay, so first step, you gotta find somewhere to be. And we're not gonna spend a bunch of time doing this. What we're gonna use is the search tool. So we're gonna hit F to find. Um, and I want metal. I do want a river. I want no aquifer, and preferably some flux stone to work with. That should be good enough. I hit enter. And then the game's going to start searching these opportunities for us, right? And anything in red does not match the search criteria. Do I get a cursor? Can you see the? Yeah, you do get to see a cursor at least. These little brown lines, those are roads. I think those are roads. And so there's a bunch of mountain home already built over here. And I'm thinking I don't want to get near that because it just sounds kind of boring. So I'm going to browse the results by hitting escape. And I want to take that cursor all the way up over here. This does not look very populated over here. I'm going to hit tab. And you see that local up there? Those numbers jump around a little bit when I hit tab because we're going to try to find something that's kind of flat. It's a little rough. What else we got to work with? This map spawn's kind of horrible. This is going to be really cold up here. Even worse. This is pretty good right here. That river is going to be down. You see how it says right here it says 2s and 0s. So that river is going to be down inside of a gully. And that might make it a bit of a pain, but it also might provide some natural protection from attack. So yeah, why not? We're going to go here. And we're going to prepare a little bit. We got some points to spend. We're going to make ourselves a miner. Use the plus symbols. We're going to make ourselves a woodcutter who's also a carpenter. We're going to make ourselves a mason who's also an engraver. We're going to make you into a stone crafter. And I'll explain my reasoning for these. We need somebody to grow the crops. We need somebody to brew beer and cook food. And then this guy is the guy who trades. So we want... Oh, they added some. Look at this. This is cool. Stringed instruments, wind instruments. Neat. Praiser. He needs a couple praisers. He needs some conversation. He needs some flattery. And a pacifier. That looks good. He'll make an okay. I got 26 points to spend, so we're going to flip back over here. It starts you out with some stuff that I don't necessarily agree with, but whatever. It did not start me with any animals. So I guess we will solve animals as we go. And yeah, I should probably grab some stuff just to spend these points. There we go. That's everything spent. Huh. Sounds pleasant. Prepared wren brain. Eating the brains out of birds, I guess. Whatever. Okay, good enough. So you get an opportunity here to name your fort. We're just going to hit F right quick so you can see this. It uses a front compound, rear compound, adjectives, hyphening compound, the whatever of the whatever, right? The adjectives. And right now we're named Sazaram, bridge opened. Okay, so whatever, it sounds good enough. And then we can also name our group. So our group is right now Ashomanzazit, the Shady Knife. Good enough. I'm gonna. Oh, Ashmanzazit is Dwarvish for the Shady Knife. So we are the Shady Knife. We're gonna escape out of there. This isn't bad. We're just gonna embark. I don't think we're gonna make it very far, so we're just gonna hit E. You have arrived after a journey from the mountain home into the forbidding wilderness beyond. Your harsh trek has finally ended. Your party of 7 is to make an outpost for the glory of all of Zazazat. Whatever. There are no supplies left. There are almost no supplies left, but with stout labor comes sustenance, whether by bolt, plow, hook, provide for your dwarves. You are expecting a supply caravan just before winter entombs you, but it is spring now, enough time to delve. Secure lodgings ere the wolfmen get hungry. Wolfmen, that's new. A new chapter of dwarven history begins here in this place. Sazaram, bridge open, strike the earth. So, strike the earth is like really common. So the first thing we do is we pause the game. Always pause immediately. And then we don't need to see the map view, which is this over here. So we're gonna hit tab, and we're gonna hit tab again to shrink this menu down. 5 idle people. Okay. And this is our, mouse wheel down to zoom in. Yeah. This is our, oops, gotta be careful what buttons I hit. So we hit K, oops, that's the wrong button again, sorry. We hit K and we get a cursor on the screen. And so this is the wagon right here. These are our dwarves. So this is Cog and Erst. There's always an Erst. Dodok. Regoth. Melville. Rimtar. And Ilral. So obviously I'm on this side of the river. Which is, I almost said the wrong side of the river, but it really isn't. And I get a hillside over here to work with, which is nice. So if you hold shift, the cursor jumps farther. So it's clay and clay loam, which really is useless to us. There's a bunch of tree roots. I don't know what these are. Oh, large trees. Okay. So the yellow O's are trees, and the big square boxes are trees. Little infinity symbols are boulders. You get, it's kind of like the Matrix. You stare at the screen long enough and you just learn what stuff is. There's enough room here to build into this hillside, which I think is exactly what we will do. To eliminate some of this tree root problem though, what we're going to do is we're going to go up 1 layer by hitting shift and less than. And we're going to mine these trees down from up here. So we're going to leave K menu, hit D, hit T to chop down trees, hit enter to mark a corner, and we're going to cut down these trees right here, right? So that does that. We're going to jump down a layer. Where's my wagon? I should have made those closer. Let's go up 1 layer. Oh yeah, see there's a nice little wide spot right here. Yeah, I need to chop down all those trees. Zoom. Homeboy runs off to do that. And then I'm thinking I want to D for mine. And I'm gonna mine right into the side of this little pocket right here. Right, and this will be where everything starts. So there's our first room. Oh, I'm not used to playing this in ASCII mode. There's our second room. Oops. Some multiple doors in and out, because doors, when they pass by each other, they get jammed up real bad. And that'll be where we stash some stuff, so our miner's going to get started on that. Probably want to get a farm started, so B, F, no, W, farm, nope. I don't remember where it's hiding. Nope, that's bad. Farm plot, P for farm plot. So, whoa. Q. That farm plot did not work, right? Cancel that. Okay, B, P. Oh, that's right. You gotta hit U and M to change. There we go. So we need to find a nice spot where this would like to be. Ah, perfect. Little 4x4 farm. That'll be more than enough to get started. So our grower is going to get busy on that guy. No reason not to let him loose. So our miner's going to run over. He's the guy in white. He's going to start digging out that tunnel. Could not fell tree. Could not find path. Weird. Whatever. So that farm is planted. We need so A. I don't know. They changed this on me. So this is going to be farm 1. So that renames it. That's nice. How do you pick which seed? Oh, there you go. Plus and minus. Oh, I don't have any seeds yet, and I know why. D for designate, and P for gathering plants. Let's see if we can't get lucky and find something to grow in our plot that we found here. Oh, that H. Did you see that H run up? That is a giant hamster. Alright. Well, I can't imagine he's going to mess with me too much. I have nobody that gathers plants. So here's the first big dwarf fortress tip. You hit K. You go find yourself a dwarf. Right? So Melville's a stoneworker. Farmer. Cog Tolansil is a farmer. There's a lot of micro in this game. And so within the last season, she chatted with somebody at the wagon. She worships Azin Braz Beige, whatever. The paint of cobalt. Citizen of the Crystal of Braving. She's 77. Broad but weak. Tall ears splayed out. Nose is short. Hair is wavy. This game gets into some detail. Alright? And that's what makes it so much fun. So you find little gems in the randomizer. She dreams of mastering a skill. So right now, we really can't get away from the fact that, yeah, cog. So we hit escape, we hit U, cog, B to view, no, Z to go to the unit. Ah, there's the menu I wanted. She is going to. Why is she a farmer? She's the brewer and cook. That is not the right person. Proficient grower. There's the person. So hit B. No. No. It's been too long. P. Yep. P, then L for labor. There we go. And then plus and minus. And we're going to hit enter on farming. We're going to come down to plant gathering and enable plant gathering for her. And now they run off and start gathering plants. So that's the first hard part. They make an app called Dwarf Therapist, and it makes it so that you can negotiate some of these complications a lot easier with getting your guys to do jobs. It's a problem. It's a serious problem sometimes getting the guys to do what you need them to do. Now, there's some guys standing around. We got 4 idle people, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to hit P for stockpile, P for pile, and we're going to hit W for wood, I think. Is it W? Yeah, it's W. And because we're starting to stack some wood up, I'm just going to make a stack of wood right there. And everybody runs off because there's the woodcutter's been busy, right? And so they're going to start gathering up all that goodies, all those goodies. Not sure. No, that's the last stream. Okay. Okay, so now we have this first room opened up, so we're gonna hit build W for workshop, B for build, W for workshop, and don't ask me why, but I think K for kitchen. No, K for clothier. Where's the kitchen? Z. Why Z? It never made any sense. And we're gonna build a kitchen out of wood, and we also need a still L liquor, right? I guess maybe. Or build that out of wood too. So now we can cook and brew food and liquor, right? Because dwarves. So that is super handy. So we're gonna get underway with that. I'm also going to build P, F for food. I'm going to build a small wood stockpile right there. B, W, C for carpenter. Yeah. Build a little carpentry next to the wood pile. Make that out of logs. Resume. As that miner opens up this this room right here, we're going to start building some stuff like masons and whatnot. But we don't have any stone yet, right? And we need stone to make that make sense. So we're going to actually start digging down here in a second. It's probably far enough along actually. Build workshop. M for mason. Put him right there. And then, oops. D for designate. D for mine. And then we're gonna grab this right here and we're gonna come down to right here and we're gonna mine down right here. So we want J for downstairs. Just like that. And then you hit greater than, so shift greater than symbol equals down 1 layer. Then you hit I for up and down stair. You make it 3 wide, so we're stacked underneath the stairs we just made. And then I'm gonna, with that still selected, you can go down and select as you go down, and you'll notice that it does a 3-dimensional select, right? Which is super handy for building staircases. So he's gonna start in on that. It still needs to be constructed. The kitchen and the still are made. The masonry is not. Okay, so now our miner is headed down that that shaft towards the south, and he'll open that up and hopefully find some stone down there. Oh, before something steals the anvil, build your forge, F. Oh, I need stone first. Okay, well, you'll find it. Did you already find it? That site. Well, that sounds like a stone. A rock has a... There, you see that little dot that's flashing on the staircase? X means up and down staircase, right? That little rock, that's what we wanted. So build workshop forge, and now we're not getting a warning that we can't. Put it right there. It's going to use an anvil, use some of that dacite, and we're off to the races. I think the division symbols are supposed to be barrels. They look like barrels. I don't know. Yeah, they're probably barrels. Yeah, I'm guessing those are barrels. We're gonna hit P for zone, and we're gonna make a new tiny zone right here. Looks like that. Hit Q, and we're gonna go over to this new one. S to change its settings. Block all. We don't want anything. No, seriously, disable. Okay, we're gonna enable food, and then we're gonna block all food, and then we're gonna go to seeds, and we're gonna permit seeds, and that way they only put seeds in there. Inversely, we're gonna go over to this guy. We're gonna change its settings. We're gonna go to food, and we're gonna go to seeds, right there, and forbid seeds. So now they will only put seeds in that first mini stash, I guess, whatever. Yep, and so we have a seed right there. It looks like a seed. Let's go find out. Cave wheat. That's not gonna help us any. We want to grow stuff outside. Let that guy make, or drop off. Pigtails, also cave spawning. So cave spawning is good and all, but we're gonna have to build some pumps to get the ground wet to make a farm work. So, all right, here we go. We got a bunch more seeds to pick from. Next time I gotta remember to bring something. Cave wheat, dimple cup, sweet pods. Don't know. Rock nuts. Giant cave seeds. Okay, well, let's... I don't think I can build a farm without water. Oops. Build plots. Okay. Let's see if that can happen. So that little, right there, that little dust cloud looking thing, it's a shaded area. It's a swarm of flies. Dwarves hate flies. Best way to deal with it is cats. Didn't bring any cats, but cats are their own special nightmare in Dwarf Fortress. They reproduce very rapidly, and they can overrun your fortress really quickly. So you are warned. So we have this nice little fortress coming together. Oh, that's where you found gemstones, those little yellow doodads are gemstones. And it looks like he's taking a bit of a break. But now that we're down in the stone layer, why are you stopped? Enter view, thoughts. He was annoyed, dwelling upon having to drink without using a goblet, cup, or mug. He forked due to inebriation, annoyed after having a drink without a goblet again. and he was pestered by those flies. So we can deal with the annoyance factor. That's pretty easy. So build workshop crafter R. Yeah, they didn't change that. We're gonna build a crafter's shop, and we're gonna build some stone mugs up in our crafting. So we're gonna have some dasset stone mugs to work with. The mason runs over there, he starts putting that together. Bang. Hit Q, zoom over to that new workshop, add new task, rock, mug. Let's just load it up. Bang. There. There's a bunch of mugs. So that's good. I don't know who's gonna go do that. Oh, the guy in blue. Yeah, see, he's got a rock, and he's moving a lot slower now, right? Because he's got this big heavy stone. He's gonna go carve into a mug. We got a bunch of idle people though. Idle is bad. So D, T for trees. Let's cut all these trees down in front of the. Yeah, let's open up a space. That'll help. And let's do D, P for. Oops. DP plants. Yeah. Let's gather some more plants. So we still need a crop that we can grow. So hit A and then hit enter on the plum helmets. Plum helmets are mushrooms. So that little farm right there is just going to grow mushrooms. That's all it's going to do. And hopefully they grow without water. Otherwise, I don't know. We'll figure it out. This guy's probably got no seeds yet. Nope. Whew. Just getting started in Dwarf Fortress. Now, if we look up here, see these little dots? That means there's something down. It's not on this layer that we're looking at. So there's a little pit right here, right? So we're gonna move all these ramps up here and down here, so that something can't be up here and walk down into our base. We're gonna add a wall to make it so that it can't just, shoot down into it, and then potentially remove some ramps here so they can't just jump from here to the wall top, and then make ourselves a little wooden wall just to get ourselves some initial protection from whatever might be coming this way. We're gonna jump over to the carpentry, and we're gonna make some barrels. Barrels are good for storing food and liquor, so we're gonna need those. He's got some seeds. He's got pickleberries. There. That crop should grow. One would think. Maybe. I don't know. See, it's raining, so that crop field should be wet. But nobody's planting anything yet. That paragraph symbol right there, that's a mug. They don't use a table to drink. They just walk up, crack the barrel, and have a drink, right? So that's pretty straightforward. So the guys now have mugs to drink from. That's good. A little less frustration for them. But nobody is planting anything. That's no good. That dwarf right there is sleeping out in the rain, and he's going to be pissed. So I'm going to build a temporary barracks. So D for mine. And we're going to do that. Do that. And then we're going to come over here to these, build some beds. At least that dwarf slept inside. Alright, the yellow dude just ran over. He's gonna make some barrels, it looks like. These guys are just hanging out. They got nothing to do, apparently. Yep, A means he's actively working it. So that's good. Kinda stuck. Wonder what's over here. Oh, look at that. There's a waterfall. Yeah, that's cool. Waterfalls are great. Dwarves love waterfalls. It's a thing. So, might end up building over, like, there's my tunnel right there, right? And build over to this waterfall, which is all the way down here. Yep, I could dig all the way over here, and that'll be where my dining hall will be. The waterfall of the river. The river will be cascading down through the dining hall, right? And maybe some mojo to keep monsters from coming in through the waterfall. Just to protect myself a bit. But that's cool. That'll be really cool, actually. Nice and flat for the most part. More than likely, this area here will become a mining base, and then build a fortress on top of this river, like overlooking the waterfall. I think that'd be cool. I don't know what B stands for. Probably badgers. Badgers, yeah. Best not to mess with them. Home Slice is making more mugs. Got a bunch of tree roots in our fortress right here. That's no good. Dig those out in a minute. Hey, there he goes. He's growing some crops. And we have some crops in here. I don't know if they're growing, but he planted them. So there you go. I think that's a good place to stop for right now. We have some basic workshops put together. We have the start of a mine put together. And we have crops growing. And that little red message was there. I gotta do some more mining because he's out of rocks to build more mugs. So yeah, I think that's a good spot to stop it for today. I hope that I haven't completely disenchanted you to the notion of Dwarf Fortress. It's not easy by any stretch. It is not a casual game, but incredibly rewarding once you start getting some of the neat RNG stuff that the computer will throw at you. Super fun. So, with that said, I hope you all have a fantastic day. Good Monday. We'll bring some more Dwarf Fortress to the stream. I'll figure out how to actually flag it with Dwarf Fortress. It is a game, but Twitch doesn't recognize it as a game, which is amusing. It's the first time I've encountered Twitch not knowing a game title. Might have to do some mojo with Streamlabs to be able to actually flag this correctly. And yeah, hopefully in a couple of days here we'll fire up the game again and keep going. So don't forget to save. It does not autosave. Well, actually I think it autosaves on the seasons, but you can lose a good 30-40 minutes worth of work if you don't. So make sure you save it. And when you save it, it's going to actually leave the game entirely, right? And if you want to save your saves, because you only get one, because it's hardcore, you'll have to actually go into the game install location and copy it out so that you can come back to it. I recommend that for your major milestones, like you just built a wall, great, let's save it. You just got a dining room that works, great, let's save it, you know, and put that off to one side, because you know, as much fun as dying is, let's be honest, you know, you want to play, not lose your fortress a bunch. And eventually you'll come up with really funny ways to kill yourself, because that's kind of the game. Alright, so there you go. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something about Dwarf Fortress. And yeah, we'll wrap it up here. Catch you guys later.